Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something real quick. What time did you wake up this morning? See, some of y'all still rubbin' the crust out your eyes and wonderin' why life ain't changin' for you. Let me tell you something my mama used to say. Boy, if you sleep too long, you gon' miss your blessings. Now listen to me. Successful people get up early, period. Waking up early isn't just a habit. It's a lifestyle that separates the average from the extraordinary. When you look at successful people, from CEO to world class athletes, one thing they nearly all have in common is how they treat the morning. They don't roll out of bed at 10 a.m. They don't wait for the world to wake them up. No, they beat the sun to the punch, and that's not by accident. It's by design. There's something about the early hours that puts you in the driver's seat of your day. When you wake up early, the world is still quiet. There's no email notifications lighting up your phone, no kids calling your name, no coworkers asking for last-minute favors. It's just you, your thoughts, your prayers, and your goals. That's your time to strategize, to align with your purpose, and to move before the competition even gets out of bed. Success is not just about talent or luck. It's about discipline, consistency, and timing. And the people who own their mornings are often the ones who own their futures. You can get more done between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. than most folks do all day, because during those hours you're focused, you're not distracted. You're operating in peace, not chaos. See, waking up early is more than just getting ahead on tasks. It's symbolic. It's you telling the universe, I'm ready, I'm serious, I'm committed. And you better believe when you take that step, the universe responds. Opportunities start to show up. Ideas start to flow. Your confidence starts to grow, not because everything changed, but because you changed how you started your day. There's power in momentum. Starting your day with energy and intention sets the tone for everything that follows. You're not reacting to life, you're leading it. You're not surviving the day, you're conquering it. And once you taste that kind of control and clarity, you don't want to go back. Now, that alarm clock might not feel like your best friend at first. It'll be tempting to hit snooze and roll back into the comfort of those sheets. But comfort never built empires. Comfort never wrote bestsellers. Comfort never led to greatness. Discipline did. Grit did. Waking up and showing up even when you don't feel like it. That's where the magic begins. So if you're serious about your dreams, if you want to stop just talking about a better life and actually start building it, begin with your mornings. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Get up early. Claim your day, because the earlier you rise, the closer you get to rising to your full potential. There's a saying that goes, you can't expect to harvest what you didn't plant. And you certainly can't plant anything if you're still under the covers at 10 a.m. See, too many people are sleeping through their own blessings. They're missing the very moments where the seeds of their future are meant to be planted. Morning isn't just a time of day. It's a window of opportunity. It's when life gives you a blank canvas, and what you do with it determines the picture you're painting for your future. When you rise early, you're telling the world, and more importantly, you're telling yourself, that you're ready to receive what's meant for you. Blessings don't show up at your doorstep wrapped in a bow. They come dressed like hard work. They show up in the form of quiet time, focus, preparation, and progress. But if you're sleeping while all that is happening, you'll miss it. You'll miss the insight. You'll miss the divine nudge. You'll miss the door God cracked open because you were too busy hitting snooze. Success doesn't just require hustle, it requires timing. And the morning is prime time for positioning yourself to receive. It's when you can hear God more clearly. It's when your mind is fresh, your heart is still, and your vision can be sharpened without the noise of the world. If you ever wanted to have a conversation with your purpose, morning is when it speaks the loudest. You've got to be awake to hear it. Now some people say, I'm just not a morning person. But let me be real with you, life doesn't care. Blessings don't wait for you to be in the mood. Discipline gets up. Commitment gets up, and when you get up, even when it's hard, you're making room for something greater. God can't bless what you won't show up for. I remember times in my life when I was broke, tired, and unsure of what was next. But I got up early. I prayed. I wrote. I hustled. And even though I didn't see the results immediately, those mornings became the foundation for everything I have now. The blessings didn't come all at once, but they came because I didn't sleep through the process. There's something spiritual, something sacred about waking up with the intention to grow, to improve, to reach higher. It's not just about productivity, it's about alignment. The world moves fast. If you wake up late, you're already behind. But when you wake up early, you step into your day with clarity, control, and connection. So don't wait for blessings to chase you down. Go meet them, be awake, be ready, because every morning is a gift, and inside that gift is a chance to become who you were meant to be. But you can't unwrap it if you're still asleep. The morning is one of the few times in the day that truly belongs to you. Before the calls start coming in, before your inbox starts demanding your attention, before the kids need breakfast or the boss needs answers, there's a pocket of time where it's just you, and what you do with that time says a lot about where your life is headed. The morning is not just quiet, it's powerful. It's your opportunity to set the tone for your entire day and, more importantly, to invest in yourself before the world tries to pull you in every direction. In those early hours, you have space to think without interruption. You can reflect, pray, meditate, journal, exercise, whatever fills your cup. It's the only part of the day where no one is demanding anything from you, and that's where the real growth happens. You get to hear your own thoughts. You get to have honest conversations with yourself. You get to reconnect with your purpose without the noise of the world clouding your clarity. And let me tell you something. When you give yourself time in the morning, you stop running on fumes. You stop living on autopilot. You begin the day intentionally, not reactively. Most people wake up, grab their phone, check social media, read the news, and immediately dive into everyone else's business. And then they wonder why they feel anxious, distracted, or behind. It's because they gave their energy away before they gave any to themselves. When you start your morning centered on everything changes. Your mindset shifts. Your decisions get sharper. You stop rushing and start leading. Whether it's taking 30 minutes to move your body, spending time in prayer, writing down your goals, or just sitting in silence with a cup of coffee, you are building momentum. You're setting an emotional, spiritual, and mental foundation for whatever life throws at you that day. This isn't about being selfish. It's about being strategic. You can't pour into others if your own cup is empty. Taking that time for yourself in the morning isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. You deserve to invest in your own well, being just as much as you invest in your job, your family, and your responsibilities. And here's the thing, nobody else is going to create that space for you. You have to claim it. You have to protect it, because once the day starts rolling, that space disappears. The texts come in. The deadlines show up, life starts moving fast, but if you've already had your moment, if you've already grounded yourself, you're not just reacting to the chaos, you're moving with intention, you're leading with peace. So don't wait until you're burned out to start prioritizing yourself. Use the morning, that's your time, that's your power, and once you realize how valuable it is, you won't want to start your day any other way. Waking up early isn't always pretty. It's not always easy. In fact, most of the time it's uncomfortable. The bed is warm, the room is quiet, and your body is begging you to stay just a little bit longer. But that discomfort you feel, that's where the growth lies. Because nobody ever reached greatness by staying comfortable. Growth is born in struggle, and the morning is often your first test of the day. That moment when the alarm goes off and you don't want to get up, that's your opportunity. That's the moment where winners are separated from wishers. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you take one step closer to your goals. That voice in your head that says, "Just 5 more minutes," that's not your friend. That's the voice that wants to keep you stuck, to keep you average, to keep you in the same spot you've been trying to break out of. Struggle isn't something to avoid. It's something to embrace. It means you're moving. It means you're pushing past your limits. If getting up early feels hard, good. It's supposed to. If it didn't challenge you, it wouldn't change you. The soreness, the fatigue, the mental tug-of-war, that's the price of progress. That's the price of becoming something more than what you were yesterday. And let's be real, if success was easy, everybody would have it. If dreams came true without sacrifice, we'd all be living in mansions and driving our dream cars. But life doesn't work like that. Life gives you what you're willing to fight for, not what you simply wish for. And the first fight of the day, it starts when the sun hasn't even risen yet. Here's the truth, your body will always want comfort. It's wired for survival, not success. It wants rest, not risk, but your soul. Your purpose, that part of you is hungry. That part of you knows you were made for more. And every time you choose to get up early, even when you're tired, even when it's cold, even when nobody's watching, you're feeding that part. You're proving to yourself that your purpose matters more than your pillow. And over time, that decision builds something inside you. It builds grit. It builds mental toughness. It builds a reputation with yourself that says, "I show up even when I don't feel like it." That's powerful, because feelings fade. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline sticks, and it's forged through those early morning battles when the bed is calling your name, but your dream is calling louder. So the next time you wake up and it feels like a struggle, don't see it as a problem. See it as a sign that you're moving in the right direction, a sign that you're doing what most people won't. Because behind every uncomfortable morning is a better version of you just waiting to be built. The snooze button might just be the most dangerous button in your life. It looks harmless, just 10 more minutes, right? But every time you hit it, you're not just delaying your wake up, you're delaying your purpose, you're postponing progress, you're negotiating with your potential, and here's the hard truth. Your dreams don't come with a snooze option. C, every single one of us was born with a gift. Something unique, something powerful, something that can change not just your life, but other people's lives too. But that gift needs your attention, it needs your time, it needs your discipline, and when you hit snooze, you're telling your gift, you can wait. But gifts that are ignored eventually fade. You've got to honor it. You've got to show up for it. And that starts by waking up with purpose instead of excuses. Most people think snoozing is just about being tired. But it's deeper than that. It's a habit. It's a mindset. It's telling yourself, "I'll deal with life later." But life doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. The world keeps spinning, and someone else who didn't snooze is already ahead, already moving, already grinding. And it's not because they're better, it's because they decided to stop sleeping on themselves. Let's get something straight. It's not about waking up early just to say you did. It's about what that discipline asterisk represents asterisk. When you get up early and commit to your routine, you're sending a message, not just to the world, but to your own spirit. You're saying, I'm serious about this. You're saying, I value my future more than my comfort. That kind of message doesn't just stay in the morning. It spills over into every area of your life. Your work, your health, your relationships, your mindset. The snooze button is the first lie we tell ourselves every day. I'll get up in 10 minutes. I'll start tomorrow. I'll chase that dream later. But how many laters have already passed you by? How many mornings did you have a chance to write that chapter, take that walk, say that prayer, launch that idea? But you didn't. Not because you couldn't, but because you chose not to, and I'm not saying you can never sleep in. Rest is important, but there's a big difference between asterisk resting with intention asterisk and asterisk avoiding with excuses. Asterisk one recharges you, the other robs you. So the next time that alarm goes off and you're tempted to hit snooze, remember this. Your future is calling. Your goals are calling. Your breakthrough is calling. And it's not going to wait for you to feel ready. You don't need another 10 minutes. You need to make a decision to stop putting your greatness on pause. Because here's the truth. Your gift is powerful, but only if you show up for it. Don't snooze on it. Don't delay it. Get up, get moving, and start living like the life you want is worth waking up for. There's a powerful principle that often gets overlooked. God helps those who help themselves, and one of the best ways to help yourself is to show up early, ready, and willing to do the work. A lot of people are waiting on a blessing, waiting on a breakthrough, waiting on life to get better. But what they don't realize is that the blessing is already their asterisk. It's just waiting for them to get up and meet it. Asterisk, too many people are praying for success while sleeping in until noon. They ask God for direction, for opportunity, for favor, but they won't even get out of bed to receive it. That's not how faith works. Faith isn't passive. It doesn't sit around hoping something magical will happen. Faith is active. Faith gets up in the morning. Faith says, even if I don't see it yet, I'm going to move like it's already on the way. Because when you show God you're serious, He starts showing up in ways you never imagined. Waking up early is more than a productivity hack. It's a spiritual declaration. It's you saying, I'm ready, ready to take responsibility, ready to do the hard stuff, ready to walk in your purpose. God doesn't bless laziness. He doesn't reward hesitation. He honors action. He honors movement. And the earlier you get up, the more space you give Him to work in your life before the chaos of the world sets in. There's something sacred about those early hours. It's quiet, it's still. That's when you hear God the clearest, not when the TV is blaring or your phone is going off every few seconds. In the morning, your heart is open, your mind is calm. That's when inspiration hits. That's when clarity comes. That's when direction is whispered into your spirit. But if you're not up, if you're not present, you'll miss it. And look, nobody's saying it's easy. Life is full of distractions, responsibilities, and exhaustion. But God knows your heart. He sees the effort. When you wake up and choose to give Him that first hour, that quiet moment before the world takes over, He multiplies that effort. He fills in the gaps. He strengthens you. He opens doors you didn't even knock on. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to show up and trust that He'll guide you. And showing up begins with waking up. with intention, with humility, with faith. So don't sit around waiting for miracles while your dreams collect dust. Get up. Start your day with purpose. Pray, plan, move, work, and watch what happens when your effort meets God's favor. That's when things shift. That's when the impossible becomes possible, because God has already prepared the blessing. The question is, asterisk, are you up early enough to catch it? Asterisk, because God gave you this life for a reason, and He gon' bless you. But only if you up early enough to catch it, be a morning person, be a winner, be what you were called to be. Thank y'all. God bless you.